Let me tell you one of the ways that Satan moves. Is called the power of patterns. You know what patterns are? Patterns are repetitive occurrences. You find out, God forbid, don't feel bad, your grandmother was raped, your mother was raped, your daughter was raped. They never shared it with themselves, yet the pattern will find itself again. Somebody spent 10 years in America, returned back to Nigeria like an armed robber. Another person spent 10 years in US or in London, returned back. All those things are patterns. Let me tell you what patterns are. Patterns are sponsored by altars. Even if the initiators of the altars go, the altars are still valid. They will speak. That is the reason why you see nations go through patterns, regions go through patterns, individuals go through patterns, families go through patterns, even ministries go through patterns. The anointing is not for preachers, not the end time anointing. The anointing is not just for men of God. The anointing is not just for adults. Help that person, please. I have seen wickedness in the lives of people. I have seen Satan destabilize the joy and the peace of families. I've seen great men of God with potentials to do things for the kingdom, but Satan just brought them down. I've seen business people who would have been the crown of their regions. Can I tell you the truth? Believe me when I tell you, Satan is not a friend. Learn from his rebellion and his unbendedness. Satan has never told God sorry. He will never tell man sorry. Just believe that about him. So when Satan comes around your life and acts like a friend, beware of what you are playing with. You are not just playing with fire. Satan is every other thing, but he's not stupid and he's not foolish. He has an advantage of age and he's using it well. Please sit down. Why do we need the anointing? To empower the believer to subdue the forces of darkness, fighting against our destinies and fighting against the advancement of the kingdom. Number two, why do we need the anointing? The second reason why we need the anointing is so that we can tap into the dimension of supernatural possibilities. Why do we need the anointing? To empower us to tap into the dimension of supernatural possibilities, results and possibilities that are beyond the realm and the scope of humans. In ministry, in business, in politics. You think Daniel became an extraordinary politician in a harsh climate just because he could speak good English? No. Even the people consulted through divination and they found out that the spirit of God, they called it the gods, was upon him. They knew that this man was not ordinary, and through the dispensation of 3 or 4 kings, he still remained on top. Why do we need the anointing? To empower us to manifest dimensions of supernatural possibilities. I made up my mind as a person and as a man of God that I will never be ordinary, that my life and everything about it will be extraordinary, all wise. Not just because I want a name for myself, not at all. Because I have found out that when you follow the natural course of things, time will cheat you, men will cheat you, systems will cheat you. You need to have an advantage that is beyond the natural course. Are we together?